You won't believe what happened when a camera captured a sleeping Navy Admiral and a single dad janitor on a late-night train. This is the story that took the internet by storm, and by the end, you'll understand why it touched millions of hearts. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more real-life stories that prove truth is often more powerful than fiction. The man on the left, in the crisp, dark blue uniform adorned with enough gold braid and medals to tell a lifetime of stories, was Admiral James Thorne. He was a man who commanded fleets, whose voice could silence a room of seasoned officers, and whose decisions carried the weight of nations. But on the 10:45 p.m. Crosstown Express, he was simply a man exhausted to his very bones. The week had been a grueling series of high-stakes meetings and public appearances, and the armor of command was beginning to crack under the weight of sheer fatigue. The man on the right was Leo. His uniform was a simple, slightly faded set of blue janitorial scrubs. There were no medals on his chest, only a faint stain of disinfectant and the tired ache in his shoulders from a different kind of service. Leo's life was a meticulously balanced, yet perpetually precarious, equation. His world revolved around his 7-year-old daughter, Maya, a bright-eyed girl with a love for astronomy and a resilience that both broke and mended his heart every single day. Between his two shifts, one at a downtown office complex, the other at a community college, and being everything to Maya, sleep was a luxury he couldn't often afford. That night, their trains of fate were on the same track. Admiral Thorne boarded, his posture still rigid, and took a seat next to Leo, who was heading to his second job. The Admiral gave a curt, polite nod, then leaned his head back, fighting a losing battle against his exhaustion. The gentle rocking of the train became a siren song, and slowly, inevitably, his head lolled to the side. It came to rest, gently, on Leo's shoulder. Leo froze. His first instinct was a surge of panic. This was a man who looked important, powerful. What if he woke up offended? What if he demanded an apology Leo couldn't eloquently give? But as he sat there, feeling the steady, heavy weight of the Admiral's head, he saw something else. He saw the deep, dark circles under the man's eyes, the complete and utter surrender of a body pushed to its limit. It was a look Leo knew intimately from his own mirror. So, he didn't move. He made a decision, a small act of quiet humanity. He straightened his own tired back, becoming a steady pillar for the stranger, and rode on. Another passenger, a young woman named Chloe, saw the scene unfold. It was so strangely poignant, the powerful military man vulnerable in sleep, supported by the quiet, unassuming janitor. She discreetly took a photo and, thinking it a sweet moment, posted it online with the caption, "Unexpected kindness on the 10:45. She had no idea the internet, as it does, took the image and ran. It went viral within hours. The contrast was too compelling. Navy Admiral finds pillow in janitor. The story was picked up by news outlets. But while the world saw a charming meme, Admiral Thorne's aides saw a PR nightmare. They tracked down the location and, through the transit authority, identified Leo. A few days later, Leo was called into the head custodian's office at the community college. His heart hammered against his ribs. He was sure he was going to be fired for causing a scene. Instead, he found himself face to face with Admiral James Thorne himself. The Admiral was not in uniform, but his presence was no less commanding. "Mr. Flores," Thorne began, his voice softer than Leo had imagined. "I believe I owe you a debt of gratitude." The meeting was awkward, formal. Thorne thanked him for his patience. Leo, stumbling over his words, assured him it was no trouble. But as Thorne was about to leave, something made him pause. He looked at Leo, truly looked at him, and saw the same profound exhaustion he had felt himself, but tinged with a deep, underlying worry. "Are you all right, son?" Thorne asked, the question slipping out, uncharacteristically personal. That simple, unexpected question broke through Leo's carefully constructed walls. The words tumbled out in a hushed, desperate confession. He spoke of Maya, of her brilliant mind, and of the rare genetic condition that threatened to steal her eyesight. He spoke of the staggering medical bills, the experimental treatment that was just out of reach, the constant, grinding fear that he was failing her. He hadn't meant to say any of it, but the weight of it, combined with the surreal nature of the moment, was too much to bear. Admiral Thorne listened. He didn't interrupt, didn't offer platitudes. He just listened, and the stern lines of his face softened into something akin to grief. He saw in Leo a different kind of admiral, one commanding a tiny ship against a vast, terrifying ocean, fighting a battle with no medals, only the hope of saving his most precious crew member. The admiral left, and Leo assumed that was the end of it. A strange, whirlwind encounter with a powerful man that would become a story to tell Maya one day. But a week later, an official-looking envelope arrived. Inside was a letter on formal stationery, but the words were handwritten. Mr. Flores, it read. You offered me rest without knowing my name. You showed me kindness without expecting a reward. You are the kind of man this nation is built upon. A true leader is not defined by the commands he gives, but by the burdens he helps carry. Please allow me to help carry yours. Enclosed was a check. A check with enough zeros to cover Maya's entire treatment, her future education, and more. It was from a private, naval veterans charity fund that Thorne personally oversaw. But the money was only part of it. The letter also contained a promise, the full backing and resources of the Admiral's extensive network to ensure Maya saw the best specialists in the world. The story, when it was leaked to the press by a touched hospital administrator, stunned everyone. It wasn't just the staggering generosity, it was the profound lesson in humility and humanity. News shows replayed the now iconic photo, but this time, they told the real story not of an admiral and a janitor, but of two fathers, two men weighed down by their duties, who found a moment of connection that changed a life forever. Admiral Thorne, in a subsequent interview, said, "That night, I was the one who was vulnerable. Leo was the strong one." We get it backwards so often. We confuse rank with strength, and position with character. Leo taught me that true strength is the courage to be kind, and the greatest command is the one we have over our own compassion. Today, Maya's eyesight is stable, her future bright. Leo, freed from the crushing weight of debt, went back to school and is now a certified physical therapist, wanting to pay forward the gift of health. He and the Admiral still speak, their bond forged in that silent, pivotal moment on a train. So, this is more than just a viral photo. It's a reminder that everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. It's a lesson that our greatest power lies not in our authority, but in our humanity. It proves that a single act of quiet decency can ripple outwards in ways we can never predict, changing destinies and healing hearts. If this story moved you, if it reminded you of the good in the world, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to see it, and subscribe to our channel. Because stories like this are all around us, waiting to be told.